Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
Now, we do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now, enjoy the show.
We begin our Thanksgiving special by checking out the Apple Scrapple Festival in Bridgeville.
We have a shell of a good time at the 50th annual Chincoteague Oyster Festival.
We meet a Crisfield decoy carving team in this week's Remembering Scorty Talls.
We'll see how far we can propel a pumpkin at this year's Sling N Squash in Rehoboth.
And we'll take to the skies with Delmarva balloon rides out of Ridgely.
The Outdoors Delmarva Thanksgiving Special starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch. Jason, happy Thanksgiving.
And a very happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Lauren, did you get your fill of all the tasty Thanksgiving goodies?
I sure did, but I saved room for dessert. And I brought pie.
I think I'm okay, because the last time we did anything with pie, I developed post-traumatic pie disorder.
Oh, Jason, I'm appalled. You really think I would put pumpkin pie in your face again?
Well, the thought had crossed my mind.
Dig in.
Okay.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here's Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
If you ever venture outside of Delmarva and mention the word Scrapple, you'll probably get a raised eyebrow.
But around here, there's nothing we like better than celebrating the local cuisine than with a festival in its honor in Bridgeville.
Well, we're super excited. It's our 31st annual Apple Scrapple Festival, and as most people know, we're a rain or shine event. We were blessed last night with a great Friday night, and today we've had a wonderful morning. 31 years ago, they were looking for something to highlight all that makes our area special, and that was the T.S. Smith Apple Orchards and Rappa Scrapple. And it just so happened that apples and Scrapple rhymed, and so we've gone from 2,000 to 20,000 on a beautiful day. And so people look forward to our festival. It's an Eastern Shore tradition. Once you get out of Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, in this local area, a lot of people don't know about Scrapple. It is just a delicious Dutch tradition of a wonderful meat product that makes sure we don't waste any scraps. We have the carnival open, the food court is open, all of our vendors are out. So the most important thing to remember is that there are indoor events, but we're used to the rain. This is Sussex County, and we can work through it. Wear your hat, wear your galoshes, and let's roll.
Now, as you gather with friends and family this year, let's forget about the politics and let's talk about how you like your Scrapple. What brand, whether it's ketchup or jelly, thick cut, thin cut.
No, Jason, no. They're gonna be at each other's throats now.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
The Thanksgiving special, we'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Happy Thanksgiving. My name is Jason Lee, alongside my partner, Lauren Hitch.
Jason, you're a big fan of oysters, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So you probably enjoy a good oyster stuffing on Thanksgiving?
You better believe it.
Well, we head to Chincoteague to get stuffed on oysters.
We are here at Tom's Cove Campground today, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Chincoteague Oyster Festival. This is an event that was started by the Chamber as a fundraiser for the Chamber, but also to celebrate the beginning of oyster season. We sell 2,700 tickets, and with our volunteers, it brings the number up to about 3,000 people. And we have a very good attendance for this festival. We probably will have 95% of the ones that bought tickets will be here today. We have several several fun contests. We have an extravaganza of prizes that we give away. This festival is also very much a fun party festival. So folks will decorate their space. We have a best decorated space contest. So folks will go all out. You'll see all kinds of costumes. People will be walking around perhaps like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, or like pirates, or like all kinds of things.
Tom's Cove Aqua Farm has had the pleasure of serving it for the last 5 or 6 years. We get it fresh locally, and it's just been a well-received event. Somewhere around 800 pounds of shrimp, 160 gallons of oysters, 300 bushels of half shells and steam combined, 123 gallons of clams. They can get them single fried, they can get oyster fritters, they can get them on the half shell, and they can get them steamed. We usually start about 2 months ahead of time, acquiring the seafood, putting it in racks out in the cove, and just getting it all prepared. And every day this week, we have worked towards getting the rest of it iced, processed, cleaned, washed, and ready to go. If you haven't ever been to it, everyone should come here. Once we have so many repeat people that come here that it's always a yearly ritual, and it's always Columbus Day weekend.
Congratulations to the Chincoteague Oyster Festival on 50 great years, and here's to 50 more.
Cheers. Before we had to break, we just had to ask, did you know that the eyesight of a turkey is 3 times better than that of a human with a 270-degree field of vision?
Did you know that a turkey's head can change color based upon their mood, with those colors ranging from red to blue to white?
And did you know that wild turkeys can fly up to 55 miles per hour in short bursts?
Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Lauren, I would venture a guess that there were probably quite a few birds carved up over the last few days.
That's probably a safe bet, and I have an idea you're going somewhere with that.
You know me too well, because when it comes to carving up birds, no one features bird carvers better than Scorchy Taws.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
Zach Ward is another link in a chain of down-neck carvers. Those marshland suburbanites of Chrisfield whose blood mingles with wood chips.
I guess it was in the 60s I was interested, but I did it for a hobby, you know, off and on, just 2 or 3 birds here and there.
In those days, Zach Ward carried hunting parties, and something happened that sort of made old Zach feel he was in the wrong end of the business.
And I carried some people who was interested in wooden decoys, and they bought every decoy that I made and put over to use for decoys. They just wound up and bought them at the end of the gunning trip. I carried one man, Doug Whitman, in the early 70s, and he bought I guess 6, 7 dozen that I'd made at that time.
And that was the signal loud and clear for Zach to change careers.
In the 70s, I started selling what I could make, and then in the 80s, I could sell anything I made.
Pretty soon, the demand exceeded the supply.
I took George, my son-in-law, in with me.
Yeah, about 6 years ago, and just started working, just kept on doing it. Just comes natural now, you know.
How do you like it?
I love it. I wouldn't trade that job for no job in the world.
Over those 6 years, Zach Ward and George Bell have become birds of a feather.
Things I've been showed, I show him. Things he's been showed, he's taught me. And yeah, a lot of our stuff, they can't tell our stuff apart. Things I do, they think he's done. And things he's done, they think I've done. There's really not much difference.
Zach and George are merchants of simplification. Most of their decoys are gunning birds and hunting decoratives. Business is good, and so is Zach's sense of humor.
Well, business started getting good when they saw me smoking a lot of cigarettes. They don't figure you're going to live as long, so they're trying to buy all the decoys they can, well, because they know I ain't going to live too much longer.
Zach Ward and George Bell have no love affair with carving fame. They enter no competitions, compare themselves to no one. They just try to be the very best carvers they can be and make a living doing it. The wind is at their backs. They are coming on strong. Scrapple wandering our Delmarva land for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is presented by Shorts Marine, online at shortsmarine.com.
We're going to flip through the photo album right now and take a look at your latest pictures.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Evan Bradford harvested this outstanding 8-pointer on his first youth hunt day in Snow Hill.
11-year-old Mason Harrison got his first deer, a 5-point Sika. Nice job, Mason.
9-year-old Aubrey Stewart harvested this magnificent buck during her youth day outing.
Caleb DeMar from Snow Hill harvested this striking 8-pointer with his dad, Derek.
Bernie Blair, pictured with his brother Connor, harvested this 100-pound doe in Somerset County.
Thomas Gallagher and his best friend, Jake Rathel of Ocean Pines, show off the doe Thomas harvested.
Brantley Dennis of Pittsville has good reason to smile after harvesting this 8-pointer.
11-year-old Jordan Thompson bagged a 6-pointer and a doe on junior hunt opening day. Solid work, Jordan.
12-year-old Eli Whitley harvested a nice doe on private land in Marion.
And 13-year-old Drake James of Bridgeville, along with his dad Bobby, brother Hawk, and grandfather Bill Carey, show off this spectacular buck.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
And now it's time to check out the Mount of the Week.
Brought to us by Longhorn Butcher and Taxidermy in Pittsville.
Longhorn Butcher and Taxidermy's own Spencer Schaffner not only did a great job mounting this chain pickerel, he was also the one who caught it.
For all your butcher and taxidermy needs, call Spencer at 410-422-3942.
Keep sending in those photos by emailing outdoors@wboc.com.
Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, returns right after these messages.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
They say you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
And I'm not sure if that holds true for pumpkin pie, but we gave it our best shot at this year's Sling N Squash at Big Chill Surf Cantina in Rehoboth.
We have our 6th annual Sling N Squash event. We've come a long way. People were throwing, only 6 people from the first event to 40 this year. We're supporting the Wounded Warriors Project today for the Veterans Day weekend, which I couldn't think of anything better to support right now. So it's a men's and women's division. Everybody who enters gets a free t-shirt. They get 2 throws. When we measure, the top 3 from each division go to that final round. And then, top 5 actually. And then the top 3 get prizes, with the first place getting $250.
I was up against some pretty stiff competition in the men's division, especially with some competitors having done this event before. Colin Healy, who took first place in the men's division, has given me hope that with a little bit of training, I might find myself in the finals next year.
Colin, how many years have you been doing this?
This is my 2nd year.
2nd year? How did you place in the previous year?
I got 2nd last year.
So you got 2nd. So you are improving. Are you planning on coming back next year to defend your title?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a whole lot of fun. It's for an awesome cause, and so no reason not to come back.
Tiara Collins had absolutely nothing to prove to anyone this year as she came into the 6th annual contest as back-to-back champion in the women's division, but decided that going for the three-peats was worth the price of admission.
You are back-to-back-to-back champions in the women's division for Sling N Squash. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling good. It's exciting. I say every year I'm only out here for the t-shirt and the Wounded Warrior Project, but it's nice to win too. It's just a great time. Everyone here is so supportive every year. Some people I only see once a year at this, and they always remember you. They're always so friendly, so you should definitely come out if you're thinking about it.
We want to make sure we're a part of the community and giving back to the people who give to us, you know, whether it be Wounded Warriors or food kitchens or Code Purple, whatever it is, we're making sure we're giving back.
Jason, I'm really proud of you.
Well, thank you, but I didn't do very well.
No, I'm proud that you did not hurt yourself because strenuous activity for someone of your age can be a real health hazard.
Anyway, thanks to AJ and everyone at the Cantina for a good time. We are looking forward to being back next year.
And next, we're taking to the skies when the Outdoors Delmarva Thanksgiving Special returns.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru, Higher Standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and Bell Creek Equipment.
Happy Thanksgiving. My name is Jason Lee, alongside my partner Lauren Hitch.
And we're taking flight with Delmarva Bloom Rides, so climb on in and enjoy the ride.
I got my private license in 2005, commercial in 2008. You do have to be certified by the FAA, and there are tests, and balloons get inspected every year or every 100 hours, whichever comes first. It's a requirement. I used to do magic for a living, but you know, nothing's forever, and just got into something else. And you know, I've always tried to make people happy all my life. If I died tomorrow, I made a lot of people happy between this and that, you know. Generally, on a good year, I'll get 120 to 140 flights. So weekends are always packed. Everybody wants to go on the weekend. I try to stay in my local area. I don't like to travel outside because there's different patterns of weather. It can act differently. You got a whole different landscape. So I feel good about taking passengers in an area that I know. And the hours are the hours no matter where you are. If you went to Albuquerque and you're flying at 5,000 feet above sea level, that temperature is going to be higher. And you know, generally a good balloon, if you treat it well and keep it dry and clean and don't pack it away wet and don't over temp it and all that, you could get, depending on the balloon, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 hours, depending on the material.
Definitely a bucket list item for sure. You know, it was one of the things that I've always wanted to do, and fortunately we got to do it today. Just peaceful. It was quiet. It's beautiful. You get a perspective that you don't usually get to see.
You do have to be a meteorologist almost. I have a number to the National Weather Service that not a lot of people have if I get stuck. I don't abuse it, but sometimes I need a little advice just to figure out the forecast. When everybody says something different, all the forecast models say something different, like a spaghetti model for a hurricane, you're just question mark. So the best decision you can make is at the launch site with a drone. I have a drone that I can send up and get wind speeds and directions, or the hydrogen balloon we let go this morning. It was a no-brainer. The weather was so good. I didn't need to put out the drone. We're floating around in a bag of air. We don't land where we start, and that's the whole adventure. The whole ambiance of a flight is destination unknown, yet I have picked out my landing spot before the night before.
What an amazing time that was, and we can't wait to go back again soon.
Yeah, and I'll let you in on a little secret. A gift certificate from Delmarva Balloon Rides makes for an awesome Christmas gift.
Before we let you go grab another plate of leftovers, we just wanted to say we're thankful for you.
Yeah, without your supports, we would not be able to keep bringing you all these fun and exciting happenings.
We hope you'll join us again next week, but until then, my name is Lauren Hitch.
And I'm Jason Lee, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru, Higher Standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine and Bell Creek Equipment.